Joining me now is the independent travel editor guru, Simon Calder. And Simon, you are actually on a train, I see.
Yes, I am on a train. Very nice to talk to you. I'm on a train which isn't actually going anywhere at the moment due to a range of problems. Of course, industrial action by drivers belonging to the ASLEF union began today, but the problem right here, somewhere in beautiful Northumberland, appears to be a broken down freight train. So anyway, anybody, of course, who's got a rail ticket needs to treat it as something of a raffle ticket these days, what with strikes and everything else. But I'm very happy to talk about, yes, those pesky liquids rules as well.
Yes, so Simon, this was something that we were all so excited about, and I hate to be sexist about it, but I think us women were particularly excited about it because we're the ones that tend to have bags full of toiletries and makeup, and you're going through it trying to get it down to the smallest possible amount so you can get your hand luggage through those machines without having everything confiscated. And then we were told that that was going to be a thing of the past, but apparently they were just teasing us with that promise.
Yes, well, look, let me talk you through the entire history of this. It was August the 10th, 2006, when suddenly we all woke up and found that overnight liquids had been banned from flights. That was because a plot had been uncovered to actually take liquids on board aircraft and improvise explosive devices. Once that was discovered, they brought in a no liquids rule, and a few months after that, they said, OK, you can bring liquids, but they have to be just like this. And that was supposed to be a temporary measure. Unfortunately, it's been in place, and that means every day thousands of bottles of water and anything up to very expensive beauty products are being confiscated. As you say, we were hoping that the new technology was going to transform the experience for people, but yep, Prime Minister Boris Johnson promised in 2019 it would be all clear with new scanners in 2022. That didn't happen. In 2022, we were promised June 24, so that it would be in time for this summer's peak season. Now that's been put off by another year. However, there are some airports, Newcastle, Teesside, London City Airport, where you can use the new scanners. You're guaranteed to. And on top of that, you've got places like Luton and Birmingham who are working on it and think they will be compliant in time for the summer peak.
So, Simon, you mentioned Boris Johnson there, and it sounded like, you know, yet another broken promise from a politician. But whose fault is it? Is it the chief executives of these particular airports? Who's responsible for the fact that they haven't got this up and running in time?
Well, look, the airports say to me, this is incredibly difficult. Not only is it difficult to buy these very expensive bits of kit, but we also then need to get them installed. We've got to train people on them all of the time while we're trying to run an ordinary airport security operation in incredibly constrained spaces. So they say nothing to do with us, and Heathrow says we've got 146 channels to get to work, and furthermore our buildings weren't constructed expecting this sort of way, so we've got to strengthen the floors as well.
Oh, wow. I'm hoping that that very long announcement on your train means that your train will be moving at some point. Funnily enough, Simon, I was reminded that I was looking at Twitter, and there's a journalist I know who said he wants to start a campaign to saying that why have train drivers or conductors or whoever it is that make the announcement seem to have fallen in love with the sound of their own voices, that now when you're on a train, it's a constant, you know, mind your bags or do this, and, you know, report this, and this next station's going to be X, Y, Z, and move to the front, move to the back. They seem to have become awfully vocal.
Actually, remember that Grant Shapps, the Transport Minister, about 2 or 3 years ago said he was going to greatly reduce the number of onboard announcements. But to be fair, we are stuck beside a field in the middle of of nowhere. We got no idea when this train might be moving to Edinburgh and onwards to Aberdeen. And so, yeah, I think you need a bit of an announcement, and the very good staff on board are doing their best in very difficult circumstances.
Simon, you're, as always, very diplomatic and very kind to everyone around you. Simon Calder, we'll keep our fingers crossed that you'll be getting to Scotland before it gets dark, and I hope your journey is worth it. Simon Calder, thank you.